For Better is One Day. The words and music are by Matt Redman. I'm pretty sure I don't sing or play it exactly like he does, and that's part of being a musician, is you just suit the song to your chord range or your vocal range and your musical style. I'll be playing this in the key of F, and what I want to cover on this tutorial is how using the seventh chord, the major seventh chord, and different fills can really help bring your song around. Again, if you've watched my other tutorials, I'm not a professional. I do play at church. I've taught myself to play over the course of the last 2 to 3 years, and I just like to share what I've learned. So I'm just going to play the song through, and then I will cover the different fills that I used. How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord Almighty. For my soul longs and even faints for you. For here my heart is satisfied within your presence. I sing beneath the shadow of your wings. Better is one day in your courts, better is one day in your house, better is one day in your courts than thousands elsewhere. Better is one day in your courts, better is one day in your house, better is one day in your courts than thousands elsewhere. Than thousands elsewhere. My heart and flesh cry out for you, the living God. Your spirit's water to my soul. I've tasted and I've seen. Come once again to me. I will draw near to you. I will draw near to you. Better is one day. Better is one day. Better is one day in your courts than thousands elsewhere. Better is one day. Better is one day. Better is one day in your courts than thousands elsewhere. Than thousands elsewhere. One thing I ask, and I would seek to see your beauty, to find you in the place your glory dwells. One thing I ask, and I would seek to see your beauty, to find you So I haven't done a tutorial in a while, and I having to concentrate on all kinds of different things. That wasn't my best playing, but we're not here to concentrate on my playing, but yours. So one of the things that I definitely do when I play is pay attention to my fingering on the piano. That is very important so that your hands are already in position to go into the next chord. And so I am very specific about how I play the different chords. I used the F chord, F, A, and C. And this is one of the inversions, C, F, and A. It can also be played in F, A, and C. And it can also be played in A, C, F. I typically just stick to this range right in here. So I had how lovely is your dwelling place, and what I did here is I would bring down my fourth finger and to turn that F chord into what you'll see written as an F2, and that just means to pick up the second note of the F chord. So if the F chord is F, A, and C, that's 1, 3, and 5, then 2 is your G. So how lovely is your dwelling place. Okay, so my hand was in position from here, and then so lovely is your dwelling place. You can hold down the F2 while you do that. It gives it more of an ethereal sound. So when I'm ready to go to the next chord, which is a B flat, I can hit the 7th of the F chord and kind of give it that quick noise there, that quick sound. How lovely is your dwelling place. Okay, then I go into B flat, which I'm using the inversion of D, F, and B flat. So any compilation of those keys is acceptable. So, oh Lord, oh. And then my hand is in position, my fingers are in position for when I'm here in B flat. I can bring down my fourth finger, this finger, and that is actually going to turn that B flat into a major 7th because I'm picking up the whole step below my root note. Oh Lord Almighty. Okay, so I could flow straight from here into the C chord. And now I'm ready to do a fill. I can't remember exactly which one I used, but you can definitely use and that's just the simple 1, 2, 3. Okay. How lovely is your dwelling place, oh Lord Almighty. For my soul longs and even waits for you. So I was able there to go from the F chord to, again, I can pick up that 7th of the F with my index finger, and then I can fall straight into the C chord, C, E, and G. And one of the fills that I used, all I did was the octaves, or I broke the triad chord out up through the octaves. So I just went C, E, G, C, E, G, C, using my pinky up here. C. Okay, now I'm ready to come back into my F chord. For here my heart is satisfied within your presence, to sing beneath the shadow of your wings. And then here, you can use, it's actually the 1, 2, 3, but it is a different approach. It's just going, okay, and so the pedal is necessary, or it sounds like it belongs in a different style of music. So you just 1, 2, 3, thumb, 1, 2, 3, thumb. And then you're ready to go into B flat. Better is one day, better is one day, better is one day in your courts than thousands elsewhere. Better is one day, better is one day, better is one day in your courts than thousands elsewhere. Than thousands elsewhere. Now we're getting ready to go into the, I guess they would call it a bridge, the My Heart and Flesh Cry Out, which is going to drop down into D minor. But your hand is in position here, if you were playing it in this style, to go from then thousand, oh yeah, you know, then thousands elsewhere. So to go into that bridge, you would run down the F scale, and that puts you in position to go into the D minor chord. So again, you're here in F. All right. D minor, my heart and flesh cry C, up into B flat. So I do that a little fat, you know. I like the feel that it gives the song. So I'm real punchy on that. But it goes D minor, which is D, F, and A. My heart and flesh. All right, so that was D minor to C, B flat. For you, the living God. And we're going to go from B flat to C back into D. My heart and flesh cry out for you, the living God. Your spirit's water. So I do that approach there. Your spirit's water to my soul. Up into B flat. And what I do here is I do what you would call a downward roll through the chord, through 2 chords. I go from B flat, and then C. And then I'm ready to go into my D minor chord from there, into the next part. I've tasted and I've seen. I've tasted and I've seen. B flat, come once again to me. Major 7th. Then you do F, go into F for I will draw near to you. But I know you can't see my left hand because I'm not really doing much with it for this tutorial. So the main thing was to focus on the right hand. But I'm going to pick up the 3rd of the F chord to give it that sound. So that is an F chord over the A note. Now the normal F chord sounds like this. here is the F over A. So you can hear the difference there, a bit of a pickup. Alright. I've tasted and I've seen. Come once again to me. I will draw near to you. Up into the G minor chord, G, B flat, D. And you see, it's harder to do when you're doing it slow instead of just playing it off the top of your head. But I will draw near to you. All right, see how I grab that? I grab that B flat in the G minor chord before I actually come down to finish the rest of that G minor chord. I will draw near to you. I will draw near to you. And we go back to C, and you can grab the bottom inversion if you want, and because then we're fixing to run it up like I did earlier. Just make sure you keep your timing because the broken chord is going to be in 3. I will draw near to you. Oh, wrong inversion. I will draw near to you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Better is one day. Better is one day in your courts. Better is one day in your house. Better is one day in your courts than thousands elsewhere. Than thousands elsewhere. Then if you want to go back into the verses, you're going to use the, you can go just, I do 4 over 5 to 5 to the 1. So I would do the B flat over C, C, F. And you can add some prettier stuff in there, but that's just, again, just trying to stick to basics. And then you can go into the one thing I ask, and I would seek to see your beauty. Now you can also do a 7th fill there. I'm sorry, a major 7th. I'm getting my 7ths confused. And then go into the F chord. And so that was, and it will work on your 1, 4, and your 5 chords. Your B flat is your 4, your C is your 5, your F is your 1. Or instead of doing the 4 over 5 and going back into the verse, when you end, I will draw near to you. I will draw near to you. Better is one day. Better is one day. Better is one day in your courts than thousands elsewhere. You're set up here again to go into the bridge, okay, or go into another song that is D minor or whatever you want to do. So I hope some of that was beneficial to you. I will get the music uploaded, the sheet that I like to do to help you with your playing that shows the 1, 4, and the 5, or it will show the F, the B flat, and the C, or also have a blanks copy, whatever is best suited to your needs. And thank you for watching.